Michael Fowler and Coach Ray Watherson, the Boston Football Club, have had a very well put together year, latter half of the year. The favourites just coming onto the ground now in Tasman Football Club. Deservedly favourites for the premiership today. Both sides are very well manned all around the ground. Boston's have got a prolific goal kicking setup up forward with leading goal kicker of the year, Michael Fowler, and Tank Richards at full forward. Jimmy Shrapple, a very shrewd head, at centre half forward. And the Saunders boys. And conversely, the Tasman side with Slade, Butch Pedler, the running Rovers, and Hargy, who drifts down through that half forward line from Tasman's. So it should be a very high scoring game and a great match to watch. It's a great crowd here today, and everyone at the right pitch, fever pitch for a grand final. And it's great to see so many people here, and the effort that's gone into it from both clubs, from the girls, the dancing girls that are doing their bit now, and all the effort that's gone in behind the scenes, the support from both clubs here, and everyone dressed in their black and gold and red and white colours. Is going to be a great spectacle to see for the day, and let's hope that we see a magnificent, I'm sure we will, a magnificent game of football between these two good sides. All in readiness, and the first bounce to be taken by umpire Malcolm Kerr for the 1986 final. Up they go. The hit out is taken by Elliott, tapped on now by Seaman. Onto Kenny Davey in the front spot now for Boston. Socket on forward through the half forward line. Met by Butch Pedler. Down it comes into a scrambly mess. And umpire Rogers from Adelaide will step in and have a bounce on the half forward flank right for Boston's. Chook Fowler for Boston's, and Anthony Elliott, the opposing ruckman, hit out by Fowler, but taken by Oswald. Up towards the half forward but line, and in front in the half back flank is Trinalden for Boston's. He goes forward looking for Fowler in the centre of the ground. A good spoil from behind. Comes to ground, shovelled out from the pack onto Kenny Davey. He kicks forward looking for Bilney. Well held by Clark in the front spot there. Milky Saunders quickly tackled, very quickly tackled, and a 15-metre penalty being imposed on Saunders. McCurry to take the kick from the half-back line. And there's a to-do here. And I think they want to keep a check on what's going on here. We don't want to see this. This is going to spoil the start of the game. Silly play from both sides. Stupid play from both sides. We're going to get on with the game now. Order is restored. Another 15-metre penalty. McCurry plays on up towards the centre half forward spot. In front was Barry. And a good tackle applied by the Tasman player then in Jenner, it is. And he will take a shot, the first shot for goal in the game. He's about 40 metres out on a slight angle. Should have no worries with the distance. Kick straight through the ball, and there's the first goal. There is the first goal to the of the game goes to Andrew Jenner from the Tasman Football Club, and they lead by one clear goal at about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Both sides a little bit nervy at the start of the game. They've got to get rid of that, settle down and start playing some football. Back to the centre bounce, and umpire Rogers to take the bounce. Favours Fowler, he taps forward. Davey, a good intelligent tap on. To Shrapple, a good kick forward. Just over the head and a good mark taken in defence by Hawksworth, I think it is. Kick forward to the centre of the ground. Ray Wollaston, the coach of Boston, plays on quickly. Onto Richard Saunders. The quick kick forward, looking for his brother in Milky. He's made the front spot, recovers quickly, kicks off into the forward pocket, and a boundary throw will result at the right in the right forward pocket for Boston's. I think both sides are starting to settle down a little bit now. Get on with the game. That's what it's needed. Tank Richards take the hit out, I think, in the forward pocket, and he tries to grab the ball out, trips over. Anthony Elliott, the tap forward, onto Richard Saunders, on the left boot, back into the centre, and finds Tank Richards about 25 metres out on a very slight angle. Kicked 70-plus goals for the year, has Tank. He doesn't miss too many. Boston's need this goal to settle themselves a bit. And he's kicked it straight through for a minor score. Score goes on to Boston's 1 point. And Tasman's leading 1 goal, 6 points. Sammy Englehart, I think it is. Sammy Englehart for Tasman's to take the kick in from that point. The lead out wide by Oswald it is. Oswald, and a good kick from Englehart finds Oswald on the half-back flank. Looking for Anthony Elliott, a good lead. And he spills what he should have taken. The handball back inside to Lewis. Little tap on. Over top of the ball. And that's out. Out of bounds for a throw-in on the half-forward right of the Boston's forward area. The instructions going about here now. Over the top comes Fowler. Grabs the ball. Kicks it on quickly. That's good play. But in the way is Clark, is it? He kicks with the left boot and finds Lewis. Lewis around onto the right boot, into the centre of the ground. In front is Ray Wollaston, the tap on. Clark now it is. Ray Wollaston traps the ball. Players diving in over top of the ball, and there'll be a ball up in the centre of the ground. Umpire Kerr to take the ball up. Fowler. The ball favours Richard Saunders. He taps it on. Looking for brother Milky. He's in the front spot. Tries to play for the free, but it's trundled over the line for a boundary throw in the halfway between the flank and the forward pocket area. Ball thrown in. Fowler and Elliott, a good contest. Trap ball back. On it goes to Andy Rowett. The handball onto Oswald. Good. Picked up by Hargy, and a beautiful kick on to Butch Pedler. The running Boyce. The kick in towards centre, half forward. Out comes Subby Sampson for Boston's with a good clearing dash. The handball, when the kick should have been used, puts Shannon under pressure, but he switches to the centre and finds Kingsley Bilney. Bilney on the left foot looked for Richard Saunders, and he's held, and the player's called play on. Ball shoveled out now. In comes Bilney, left leg back in towards the full forward area. Mick Fowler through on his left boot from the pocket, and he pops it through. An amazing goal. Running forward into the pocket and snaps it around on the left boot, and well done from the back pocket by Subby Sampson and Kingsley Bilney, the follow-up kick from the centre of the ground. Good play. That takes Boston's 1 goal, 1 to Tasman's 1 goal. Good work. Both defences being very strong at this stage. All players will be still starting to just get rid of a few nerves. Ball bounced up in the centre. Fowler the tap. Over the top comes Tasman player. Off the ground by Clark. Up to the full forward area, but in the way is Darryl Mortimer for Boston's. A safe mark on the chest. He should go long now. Down the grandstand side, looking for Fowler, takes his eye off the ball. The play on is called, and held to the body is deemed by umpire Kerr, and a ball up on the centre wing area. Ball up. Favours no one in particular. Kingsley Bilney comes out with it. A good handball wide to David Raleigh. Rally the kick in towards the centre of the ground is erratic. A good spoil by Saunders, Richard Saunders that is. Weaved around by big Shrapple, but the ball goes out on the full in the full forward left pocket for Boston's. Kick in by Sammy Englehart. He will look wide. A good long kick too. And in front was Saunders. Comes over the back. The ball is socked forward by the Tasman player there. Shannon, the pick-up, runs around the player. 2 players. He's covered plenty. Kicks back towards centre half forward, and Shrapple should take this mark. A good grab under strong pressure then from Tasman's. He won't make the distance from there. He will try and look for the pass, which he does. Looks for Richards. Richards over top of the ball. Good tap on by Richards. Through comes Shannon. Lines them up from about 35 metres out and bangs them in. Good play by Tank Richards there, who tapped the ball forward onto Shannon. Shannon steadied, done the right thing, broke through the pack, steadied, and put it straight through the middle for a major for the Boston Football Club. They move on now to 2-1 to Tasman's 1 goal. It's good play. It's good to see this. The weather's good. It's overcast, but the over's in great nick. The weather's good, and let's hope that this type of play continues on. From the centre bounce now. Down it goes. Favours no one. The tap on then by Oswald. In goes Jenner. Picked up, well tackled, and that's a good tackle and a good decision by the umpire. David Raleigh to take the kick. He goes long looking for Milky Saunders. Off hands, over the top it comes. The ball goes to ground and there's a pack forms and a bounce will take place at centre half forward in the Boston forward area. John Ettridge on the ball for Boston's. The ball doesn't favour anyone. Buckland tries to tap back. Tapped on out onto the ground is Wollaston. He tries to feed it out. Milky Saunders, the handball out wide looking for Shannon. He misses what he should have taken. The ball is overrun by a heap of players there. Finally picked up in the end result by a Tasman player in Brenton Hagi, and he will receive the free, I think, on the half-back flank for Tasman's. He should look long, I would imagine. He plays around the player. Looking now at the centre half forward spot. Intercepting there was a Boston player in Pobke who kicks off the ground, picked up by Shannon, but he runs the ball out over the boundary line on the centre wing area, and the ball will be thrown in from that area. From the throw-in, Wollaston tries to snatch it out of the air, picked up by Ettridge, quickly to the centre half forward spot. Through comes the Tasman player there, who left foots it straight up the ground. In the road is Trinowden for Boston's, and that will be thrown in by the boundary umpire on the half forward left flank. That player in was Oswald for Tasman's. Ball thrown in, picked up by Raleigh. A kick to nowhere in particular. In the front is Saunders. Gibson over top of the ball. He won't get it out, and he's holding the ball. He's got to tap it out. The umpire was right there. He wasn't going to fall for that. Barry this is to take the kick. Barry it to the half forward line. Over the top. Picked up by Trinowden. Onto John Gibson for Boston's. He will look towards centre half forward, I imagine. Yes, looking for Shrapple. He's made the spot. Can he take the grab? And he does. A quick handball onto Raleigh. He puts him under pressure, though. Through comes Hagi. Taps it forward. Through comes Shannon. He's a little bit high, I believe. And the free kick to Shannon in the centre of the ground. He goes towards Mick Fowler. A good spoil by Hawksworth. Picked up by Clark. Onto Lewis. Lewis out wide, close to the boundary line, and that'll be out on the full at the centre wing area, and a kick in will be taken by Trinowden, Sid Trinowden for Boston's. He goes in towards centre half forward. Fowler getting set, over comes Milky Saunders, tried to be cleared by Davey, picked up now by Jenner. Jenner, the left foot kick, chips it forward, looking for Hart. A good effort, not quite there. Gibson tapped out of his hands, picked up by Tronalden again, on to Kingsley Bilney. Play it on now, calls the umpire. The advantage free, he goes in towards Tank Richards. Sammy Engelhardt, the dashing clearance, a good handball on to Brenton Hargie. Brenton Hargie out wide, looking for Boyce. He drops what he should have taken, being pressured now by Freeth. The kick is poor by Boyce, sorry, Dina Kohler, Dina Kohler. And out in the full, a kick in taken by Sampson. On to Hargie, he tries to keep it in play, but the ball goes out and the half forward left for Boston's. Few errors being made, basic errors being made by both sides at this stage. Ball thrown in now. In the front spot was Boston's, but over the top goes Buckland. He gets it on to Nina Kohler. Through comes Jenner. Jenner, the left foot kick, looking for and finding Butch Pedler at centre half forward. A little bit right of. He goes for the short pass straight on to Slade, and that player will have a shot from about 45 yards out on an angle. He should make the distance from there. The accuracy is what he's after. It's a long kick. It's a long kick right into the goal square and marked by Mark Pobke right on the goal line. No, it wasn't. It was through for a minor score. So Tasman's now gone to 1-1. The kick out taken by Ray Watherston for Boston's, looking for Ettridge. He gets a hand to it, misses it. Through comes Brenton Mortimer, and the ball is bundled over the boundary line on the centre wing area of the ground. Maybe half forward flank for Tasman's. The ball will be thrown in. Buckland and Ettridge, the two tussle at the throw-in. Over the top comes Pedler. He taps forward. Through comes McCurry. He's tackled quickly, and dropping the ball is called, and the penalty kick will go to Kevin Freeth from Boston's. The lead coming from Richard Saunders. He's in the front spot, holds it, and a good spoil from behind. Picked up by Shannon again. He goes towards centre half forward. A good spoil in by the Tasman player in Oswald. Picked up by Boyce. He handballs it clear, and it comes to ground. Over the top of the shoulders goes Gibson on the Tasman player there in McCurry, and that player will take the kick. McCurry looking for Pedler. He makes a spot and a good strong mark in front of Mark Pobke. Forward to centre wing he is. He boots it up towards the half forward flank. From behind goes Watherston. He's spoilt. He comes out to Watherston again. He sets Gibson up, but follows it up and covers his mistake. Switches the play to the centre of the ground. Lewis in the front spot, down to Clark, onto McCurry. The handball with the left hand, good to Lewis. Lewis through the half forward line, setting himself as Steel Seaman from behind, but the free will go to Barry, I think it is. Barry for Tasman's on the half forward left flank, about 40 metres out. He's going to have the shot. May not quite make the distance. He'll be 40, 45 metres out. A lot of leads forthcoming, but he ignores them and he goes straight for home. In the goal square it goes, from touched off hands, and a minor score resulting. Taking Tasman's to 1-2, trailing Boston's 2-1. It's good football to watch. Both sides giving it everything. Mortimer the kick out. In front is David Raleigh for Boston's. He takes the grab, half-back flank. A few early leads. Looking for Ray Watherston. Nearly finds him. A good spoil from behind, picked up by Shannon. Onto half forward. Through comes Oswald. The handball by Ettridge to Kingsley Bilney. He handballs in turn to Richard Saunders. He will look inboard now for Tank Richards, I would say, and finds Fowler, who drops what he should have taken. The ball scrimmaged around on the ground now, comes out to Hawksworth, tapped on by Lewis, and the ball down to the ground again now. Over top of it goes Lewis. Everyone piles on top of the ball, and a ball up to take place about 25 metres out in the pocket area for the Boston side. Thrown up by the umpire. Buckland takes it out of the air. The handball over top is good. A good tackle by Milky Saunders. Knocks the ball out of Boyce's hands, picked up by Bilney. He tries to hook back into the pocket, which he does. The ball is spoilt by Kenny Davey, and out of bounds it goes in the full forward pocket area. The throw-in to take place in that position now. In front is Shrapple and Fowler. Buckland takes a hit out though. Over top of it goes Saunders, and he is pink for holding the ball. The advantage paid and up towards Pedler, who gains possession on about the half-back flank for Tasmans. The ball to met by Jenner and Raleigh. Well done there by a Tasman player in Dina Kohler, I think it is. He steadies, looks for hard, a little bit long for that player. Good shepherding then by the Tasman player in Steel Seaman, and a good tackle applied, and holding the ball decision going against Hart to be taken by Brenton Mortimer for Boston's. It's a good passage of play right from the back pocket to the full forward area of the Tasman area. Brenton Mortimer now for Boston's in the back pocket to take the kick. He's looking long for Watherston. Over the top it comes, through comes young Gibson. The left boot forward quickly. Oswald to meet it. Bounces nicely for him. Kicks with the left boot. Back in the vicinity of Clark. Through goes Watherston. Over the boundary line it goes. And a throw-in will take place. Thrown in now. Ettridge the front spot. The tap back to Pobke is good. Pobke the quick kick on. Finds Shrapple. The running Shannon looking for it, but Shrapple goes over his head, looking for Mick Fowler in that front spot. Good spoil from behind by Hawksworth. Fowler didn't bend his back at all, didn't do the hard work, and the ball is going to be balled up about 40 metres out from the Boston goals. Thrown up now. Fowler in the front spot. The tap on, but taken by Hawksworth. A good tackle, picked up by Shannon. Goes around one. It's knocked out of the hands. Play on it is. Kenny Davey over top of it, but a ball up to take place in about the same position, 40 metres out from the Boston full forward area. Picked up by Ringo Saunders, a shot across the goals, but a minor score only to the Boston side. Boston's at this stage kicking with the breeze, getting a little bit wet, but the conditions are still good. Kick out by Engelhart, it's not a good one. Drops a bit short, Fowler puts one hand out, you can't do that in weather like this. Comes out of the pack, picked up by Ettridge, the handball backwards to Watherston. He goes for Kingsley Bilney. The left foot kick forward only travels along the ground about 10-20 metres. Shannon in trouble, gets rid of the ball quickly. Out comes Watherston with it. He forwards it on towards Fowler, who drops the ball and is not playing well at this stage. Good work by the Tasman defence there. They kept the pressure right on until a mistake was made. Boundary throw in now to be contested by Buckland and Ettridge. Over the top comes Watherston, a big thump forward. Good shepherding done by the Boston player to allow Mick Fowler to go through and kick the goal. And that was very well done by the Boston player in Richard Saunders, who's seen that Fowler had the run of the ball, just went straight in and made the good shepherd and allowed Fowler the time to take the easy ball and kick the easy goal. That takes Boston's on now to 3-2. 20 points, leading Tasman's 1 goal to 8 points. Good passage of play, bit of unselfish work then by Richard Saunders. Ettridge opposed to Elliott, favours Elliott, but the umpire is going to call it back, and rightly so. He'll ball it up again. He's going to throw it up. It's a little bit heavy in the centre there now. Dean's tapped on by Ettridge. In front, Kenny Davey. Well caught though, and he's going to be penalised for holding the ball, and McCurry to take the kick for Tasman's. Tasman's from the centre of the ground. McCurry looking at the centre half forward spot. In front, Pobke. Well taken then by Barry. Barry the hook back towards full forward, and good work there by Mortimer to hold the front spot. The ball coming out towards Mortimer again now. He's on the ground, and the ball will be balled up about 25-30 metres out, directly in front of goals for the Tasmans. side. Umpire Kerr balls it up. Seaman tapped out by Ettridge though, picked up by Trinalden. Grub kick forward, Johnny Gibson in the front spot. Handballs it forward to Mortimer. Good play, well done. Milky Saunders, but well read by Lewis. Lewis from behind. The good mark read it better. The quick kick to Jenner. That's good play. He's off now. Short left legger on to Butch Pedler. Going wide, he's about 50 or 60 metres out. Big long screw punt kick right into the goal square. But only to find Brenton Mortimer. He played a superb game last week too in the full-back position. He plays on quickly, looking for Kenny Davey. Finds that player in the pocket area. Looking for Saunders from behind Elliott, the big leap, but couldn't take it. Picked up by Pedler, quickly on to find Darryl Mortimer in the way. Both Mortimers featuring strongly in the defence area. Looking for Freeth now. A good ball from behind, but picked up by Hargy, well recovered. But the kick once again finds the other Mortimer, Brenton Mortimer. Boston's standing the pressure there well. Looking for Mark Pobke, and a good solid mark taken by Pobke. He now looks across ground, looks for Fowler, and finds that player in the centre of the ground. He plays on quickly. The long left foot kick, but a good mark taken by Scott Hawksworth in the back pocket area. In front of Hayden Davey, who's come onto the ground. Looks for Laws and finds that player. He's off quickly. Around he goes. Good tackle by Sharple. Just pulls him off balance and the ball goes out of bounds on the centre wing area of the ground. Some good play, some good tackling, some good marking from both sides, and that's what the people came to see, and that's what they're getting. It's a good game to watch. Everyone giving their all. The throw in, Fowler grabs it out of the air, knocked to the ground now, and a ball up should result on the centre wing area of the ground, the far centre wing area. Umpire Kerr, Anthony Elliott takes it out of the air. The good handball back to Hargy. His quick kick forward, and the penalty is played downfield to Butch Pedler for Tasmans. And FAD. Butch will go long, I'm sure. No, he doesn't. He finds Jenner all alone, which is bad checking by Freeth for Boston's. He runs around one player, then runs himself into the pocket area on the blind side, and only gets a major from the resulting kick. They now go on to 1-3. Out goes Mortimer with a kick in front. The Tasman player there, but intercepted by Wotherston. He's dealt with harshly, but play on calls the umpire, and the ball up will take place on the half-back flank for Tasmans. Ball up now by umpire Kerr. Over the top comes Wotherston, picked up by Pobke. The quick kick out finds Kenny Davey, I think. No, he dropped what he should have taken. Through comes Mick Fowler. Dodges one. Around, breaks free. Shepherded by Saunders. Kicks forward, looking for Bilney. Over the top, finds Clark for Tasman's in the way. And he goes back towards, and a push right in the middle of the back to Gibson goes unnoticed then. The handball on by Pedler. Back to Barry. The smother off the boot was good by Davey. Picked up by Freeth. Around Hart he goes. Back towards the grandstand wing. In the front, Milky Saunders. Over top it comes. Gives Elliott the run. A good tap on by Elliott. Good play, son. Elliott under the hammer there. And he's going to get the free for holding the man. Elliott. Touched it is. Play on he called. Touched. In the way is Raleigh. He comes back towards Milky Saunders in the front spot, and a good strong grab. A good strong grab by Saunders in front of Lewis in that stage. A good battle this, Lewis and Saunders. It's been good. Saunders a big kick right up looking for Tank Richards. He's going to make the spot, I think, but the push in the back is made, and Oswald to take the kick for Tasmans. Oswald from the half-back, backward to the half-back flank. Looking for leads. Boyce makes the lead. Behind is Clark, but a good mark from the front spot is taken by Milky Saunders. He will go deep. Once again looking for Richards. In front's his brother in Richard Saunders, recovers quickly, gets the ball, handball's clear, but there's no backup, picked up by Oswald. In front is Kingsley Bilney, snaps up the quick one, stops, has a good look. A good spoil by Sammy Engelhardt, his top play. A good kick on towards Boyce, but well spoilt by Gibson. The little chip kick is made by McCurry, and Clark takes the mark. And I think there's a little bit of how do you do going on here, and I think the umpires should avoid taking notice of that sort of stuff. That's what you call being sucked in. So at quarter time, the score is Boston 3 goals 2, 20 points, leading Tasman's at this stage at 1 goal 3, 9 points.
That's not what you said at all. You said Pacino.
No, I didn't. I said De Niro.
No, you said Pacino.
No way.
Hang on, I'll prove it to you.
So Pacino was driving this cab in New York.
See, told you.
Yeah, splitter. So anyway, he had this gun under the seat, which he took out.
Look out!
Ah! Thanks. That was close. Am I?
Did I really see that? I really did see that. Excuse me.
The original fast worker.
Wouldn't it be great if life was as easy to control as a sharp video recorder?
They'll be here in a minute.
There'll be ages yet.
Now that's what I really want. Simply the best love shot. Yeah!
Right, all in readiness for the start of the second quarter. The ball up by umpire Rogers, tapped out by Fowler of Boston's, picked up by the free kick to Kenny Davey, who goes quickly forward. Tank Richards in the front spot, weaves around on the left boot, which is smothered into the goal square, taken out by Scott Hawksworth. Good work. A big long left foot kick down to that half forward line. I think a mark taken by Gibson of Boston's on that half forward line. No, it's not. The umpire's going to ball it up. Balled up. Elliott, the tap forward. Rowett overruns the ball. The handball inboard towards McCurry. Over top of Gibson he comes, and a ball up will take place on the centre wing area of the ground. Ball up now by umpire Rogers. Tapped on by Fowler, picked up by Bilney. The quick handball out to Kenny Davey, who takes a bounce. He booms the ball forward to Tank Richards, and a good piece of play by Kenny Davey and Bilney for Boston's. Richards about 40 metres out, pretty well directly in front. Favours the drop punt kick. It's coming across goal a bit in the front spot. John Jungles Ettridge takes a good grab right alongside the goal post. He sets himself now, runs around and boots it through for a first major of the quarter to Boston's. That'll boost them. And a good piece of play out of that bounce up on the centre wing area by Fowler, Kingsley Bilney in particular, and a brilliant pass by Kenny Davey straight down the throat of Tank Richards, who finished it off magnificently. That takes Boston's now under 4 goal 2, leading Tasman's 1 goal 3. It's a long way to go in this game yet, though. Right, the ball up by umpire Kerr. Fowler against Elliott. Straight up the ball goes. Elliott the tap on. Tapped out by Andy Rowett. In goes Wollaston. Followed up by Barry. Barry the kick in towards full forward. Finds no man's land. The bounce goes astray and tapped through by Darryl Mortimer for Boston's. Resulting in a minor score to the Tasman side, taking them on now to 1 goal 4, trailing Boston's 4 goal 2. The kick out taken by Brenton Mortimer. He goes wide, looking for Wollaston, beats that player over the boundary, and a kick in taken by the Tasman player there very quickly. Was Beebe, was it? No, Rowett. The kick now to be taken by Slade of Tasman's. About 40 yards out on a 45-degree angle. Good piece of play by Tasman's then. And the kick by Slade, pushed across the ground, and a minor score resulting from that. Terry Boyce was kicked that ball in from the boundary line before. Mortimer once again to kick the ball in for Boston's. He goes long again out to that same area. In the front spots, Anthony Elliott drops what he should have taken then, recovers, handballs forward. In the way is Trout Trinalden for Boston's. His hurried kick forward finds David Raleigh, I think it is. Yes, he's back quickly, looking upfield for a lead. Milky Saunders on the lead. Lewis and Saunders, a good battle and a good mark taken by Lewis. Well done, good mark, good play. Very heady player, Stephen Lewis. Lewis to take the kick from the centre wing area. Long kick in towards full forward. Off hands it goes. Finds Rowett behind the pack. The handball out to Steele Seaman. The left foot kick from the pocket only results in a minor score. So a little bit of an accurate kicking at this stage by Tasman's. But good pressure being applied by Boston's all the time. 1-5 Tasman's, trailing Boston's 4-2 at this stage. Both sides have settled down and playing some very good football. It's good to see. Mortimer the kick in. Right out wide to that flank area again. From behind goes a Tasman player picked up by Rowett. The handball on to Barry. His left foot kick once again is inaccurate, and that's a minor score once again to Tasman's. They go now to 1-6, trailing Boston's 4-2. Mortimer once again. I think he should try something different, and he does, but it's going to put young Sampson under pressure. He gets the left foot boot away. Very good kick too, finds Shannon. Shannon goes back, steadies a bit. Now he's gone. Runs a bit close to the player, but gets away with it. In front is Richard Saunders. A good spoil by the Tasman player there. Picked up by Hart. Over it comes now to the Tasman player in Evans, D. Evans. And down to ground it comes. Over the ball goes two players, a Tasman and a Boston player, and a ball up to take place at the centre of the ground. Good desperate stuff then by both players, both sides. Ball up by umpire Rogers at the centre of the ground. Fowler against Elliott. Elliott grabs the ball, tries to handball it out. Tapped on by Sharple, picked up by Oswald. Oswald out to the left, half forward flank. Boyce, Terry Boyce, first to the ball. Dodges around Gibson. Good tackle by Gibson, but he gets the ball clear. Picked up now by Seaman, is it, I think. Steele Seaman, the handball inboard to Clark. Clark, the long kick. In the spot was Andy Rowett. Spilt what he should have taken. Sampson, the kick out wide, looking for Ray Wotherston, but just beats that player over the boundary line. And a throw in to take place on the left half forward flank for the Tasman side. Elliott and Fowler. Fowler the tap forward, but straight into the waiting arms of Barry. He kicked forward blindly. Kicked off the ground by Sampson and out of bounds in the forward pocket area for Tasman's. The score 4-2 Boston's. Fowler in the spot. Grabs the ball out of the air. Tries to get rid of it. Taken to ground. And a ball up to result once again. A little bit of congested play here at this stage. Nothing much happening. Someone's got to break clear with the ball now. Up the ball goes. Fowler the tap, picked up by Hart, the quick snap. As a cross goals a bit in front is Mortimer, but he will get the free kick for the nudge in the back by Slade. Brenton Mortimer this is to take the kick. He's unsure what to do. Now he comes out looking for Shannon. It's a poor kick on his behalf. And a kick in to be taken by Beebe in the right, halfway between the right forward pocket area and the half forward flank area, about 35-40 metres out. He goes straight to the centre of the goal square. A great mark then taken by Butch Pedler. Had the one hand on it, stressed it backwards and took the good mark. A great mark taken from Pedler from behind, got the fly over the pack, and it was well done. And a goal comes up. His first goal, Tasman's second goal, and Tasman's go on now to 1-7, trailing 2-7, trailing Boston's 4-2. And a great mark taken by the captain in Butch Pedler. He got the drop on the pack and he executed it magnificently and then capped it off with the goal. A good piece of play. He's giving Mark Popke the run around at this stage. Right, from the centre bounce again, it's Elliott and Jungles Ettridge. Ettridge the tap, but goes nowhere. Over top of the ball goes Raleigh. He tries to force it forward. The ball tapped forward into Clark's arms. He left foots the ball forward, but only to find the waiting arms of Mark Popke, who's a little bit down at this stage. He's looking for somewhere to go. The kick looking for Milky Saunders. Lures out by Ettridge to David Raleigh is good play. A bad handball by Raleigh though, but he's going to get the free kick for holding the man here. Got rid of the ball and was still held after it. Now he'll look for Richards, I would think. Richards the long lead. A poor kick off the side of the boot by Raleigh. And the nudge in the back to the Tasman player there in McCurry. And McCurry to take the free kick on that half back. McCurry looking towards the centre of the ground. But in the way is Kingsley Bilney. Takes a good grab in the centre of the ground. He's playing quite well, but not up to his standards yet. Look for Tank Richards and finds that player. Tank's a long way out from goal. I think the shift might have been on here, maybe. He goes left, looking for Ringo Saunders and finds that player about 45 metres out. I don't think he'll make the distance, but he'll give it a bit of a ride. Having the shot. Yes, right up into the goal square area. A good spoil from behind. But Kenny Davey over top of the ball loses possession. In front's Lewis, taps it on and out over the boundary line, and a throw in to take place. Throw in to take place in that right forward pocket for the Boston side. In it comes Tank Richards doing battle there. Over the top comes Englehart. Through goes Jenner, but his kick finds Ray Wollaston. He's playing a great game for Boston's in the centre of the ground. He'll take his kick, looking through that half-forward line. Fowler slow to recover there. Through goes Raleigh. He's unloaded. Shannon too high. Play on is the call. God. Out it comes. Hawksworth. Beebe in front. The possession. The handball to Clark. He's looking and will find Pedler. Well read, good play. And the kick to be taken by Pedler about 35 metres out on a slight angle. Could be his second goal in as many minutes from this position. He's a reliable kick. That's a nice kick off the boot, and it never ever looked like missing. That's his second goal and Tasman's third. That takes them on to 3 goals, 7 now to Boston's 4 goals 2. They only trail by 1 point. On the centre bounce, umpire Rogers, it is. Ettridge and Elliott. Elliott tries to pull it out of the air. Through goes Kenny Davey. He breaks clear of the pack. The little chip kick looking for Kingsley Bilnu. He's got 5 yards on Clark. Around he goes. The kick smothered off the boot. Beats all players. Finds Oswald. And a good tackle taken by Saunders, but it's going to be paid for around the neck to the Tasman player on the half-back flank. The kick forward now to the centre wing area. Ray Wollaston in front spot. He's missed what he should have taken. The big handball by Pedler. Over to Barry. He kicks forward. And Freeth misses what he should have taken too. Some very simple errors being made by Boston's now, but Freeth recovers onto Shannon. He breaks around one player, steadies, looks upfield, finds Ringo Saunders and will be paid the mark. On the half-forward, centre-half-forward area. It's about 50 metres out. He'll look for the lead. Richards the lead. The kick good by Saunders and a good kick and a good lead. And a mark taken by Tank Richards. About 20 metres out. And a penalty being imposed as well. And a 15-metre penalty being imposed, and Tank Richards at point-blank range now and should not miss from there. I didn't see the penalty there, but it was obviously there. Umpire Care right on the spot. Gives a penalty. Tank Richards takes the kick. And Boston's move on to a 7-point margin. They're 5 goals, 2 now, leading Tasman's 3 goals, 7. It's a great game of football. The spectators must be enjoying this. Everyone's giving it their best. There's some good high marking, some long kicking, a lot of run from both sides all around the ground, and it's great to see. Some good body clashes, good, clean, hard stuff. That's what grand finals are all about. Back at the centre bounce now, it's Anthony Elliott and John Jungles Ettridge again. In that centre area, umpire Rogers, the ball up now. No one's tap out there. The ball comes to ground. A scramble around in the centre of the ground, and I think a ball up will take place now. Umpire Care to ball it up from the cricket pitch area. Ettridge and Elliott again, the two opposing ruckmen. Down it comes to ground. Through goes Raleigh. Gets the David Raleigh for Boston's, and he gets the free for the high tackle around the neck. Good, hard, solid work, putting his body over the ball. The long kick, looking for Shrapple. In front goes Fowler. Picked up by Kenny Davey, who quickly kicks the ball forward again. Ringo Saunders, spoilt by Sammy Engelhart, was a good spoil. Young Evans for Tasmans. Through the half-forward area, in front, Mark Pobby, and takes the mark. Doesn't seem to be himself today, Mark Pobke, although Butch Pedler is playing brilliantly. The kick out towards Shannon, spilt what he should have taken. It's too high over the shoulder, is the tackle, and Shannon to take the kick from the centre wing area. Looking for Shrapple. Shraple's in the spot. Good spoil from Oswald from behind. In front, Barry, the kick off ground. Into the centre of the ground, Hart with the run. Overruns it, picked up by Trinowden. The quick snap forward. In front is Lewis. Tasman's the run of the ball now. The handball by Elliott to Lewis. On to Jenner. Jenner the left foot. Out to Boyce, who's the running player. Got the run of it. If it bounces right for him, tries to turn back. I think he's put himself in trouble, but he gets away with it. The short kick in, looking for Hart, who spills what he should have taken. Once again, Watherston. The steadying kick out to Kingsley Bilney for Boston's. Bilney to take the kick now on the centre wing area. He breaks clear to his left foot and plays on. A good mark, solid mark, met with a tackle taken by David Raleigh. On to Trinowden. Trinowden the kick up through the half-forward flank area. Lures in the front spot. Spoils. Picked up by Shrapple. The left foot kick towards full forward. In front is Fowler. The good spoil from behind. The tap on to Lewis. Lewis out again. He's playing a great game back there, Stephen Lewis. The fumble ball on now. Picked up by Oswald, who hasn't put a foot wrong either. Down towards Trinowden, who's in front. Off the fingers. Does the shepherd. Lets Pobke come through. The kick off the ground up towards Kenny Davey for Boston's. Handballs it out to Gibson. Gibson breaks around the player. Up towards the half-forward flank, looking for Saunders, and he's got to get that free. It's in the back by Lewis. Pushed him in the middle of the back with the hip and shoulder, and Saunders to get the kick. He's got a short one in towards David Raleigh. The spoil by Lewis once again. The FAD is called, and downfield it will be taken by Tasman's in Ron Clark, I think it is, to take the kick. Or Butch Pedler, the skipper. The quick kick on, finds Clark now. He's run all the way from the back lines. And in front spot, once again, is Brenton Mortimer for Boston's. Takes the saving mark. He's looking out wide towards Ettridge. In the front spot was Mark Pobke, but the free kick is given away towards to Butch Pedler, I think it is, for Tasman's. Pedler the kick in towards that full forward area. In front is a Boston player who I can't just pick up at this stage. I think it's Trinowden. No, it's not. It's Darryl Mortimer, and he will get the free for around the shoulder. Mortimer the kick will go wide to that outer side. In front, all Tasmans. Butch Pedler once again. Pedler the kick now will go deep in towards that full forward area. In front spot is once again Mortimer. Off hands though. Hart tried to play for the free. The umpire saw through that and the ball is bundled over the boundary line and a throw in to take place in the full forward left pocket for Tasmans. From the throw-in, it's Ettridge over to Wollaston. Wollaston the kick back, but no one at home except Barry, and Barry the free kick. In front of Shannon and Hargy about 35 metres out, virtually directly in front. A little bit of rain starting to fall now. Hargy the kick, it's not quite the distance, but the Boston defence just standing there and allowing Steel Seaman to come in from behind and take the easy chest mark. No cohesion at all there. Steel Seaman from directly in front, blasts the easy goal. Bad defence by Boston's there, bad defence. No one talking, no one meeting the ball, and a goal goes on the board to Steel Seaman and another one to Tasmans. They go up now to 4-7, trailing Boston's 5-2. 31-32. Back to a point the difference. Some very poor defence then by the Boston players. 3 of them just standing there and allowing Steel Seaman to come through the centre of them, take the easy mark and a real gimme goal. There's been nothing in this game all day, and let's hope it continues that way too, because it's good to watch. It's great to watch. Centre of the ground again. Ettridge against Elliott. Up goes both ruckmen. Missed it. Tapped on out now by Elliott. Ettridge the pick up. The handball back to Pobke. He kicks off the ground. Jenner in the van. In comes Ray Wollaston. The handball backwards. Missed by Ettridge, but the free kick going to Barry for Tasmans. Barry from the centre of the ground, looking for Clark. He's in the spot. Missed by Boyce. The handball back to Pobke. Pobke goes towards centre half back. Through comes David Raleigh. He's clear of the player, but a good interception then by Barry. Saunders over the ball. Good play by. Good play by Lewis there, but the free kick given away to Milky Saunders, who will take it from the centre of the ground for the high tackle. Saunders slowing the game up a bit. Looking upfield. Short kick. Fowler bends the back a bit then. Follows it up now. Picks it up. Left leg forward. Good kick on towards Shannon. Good spoil by Hargy, but the free is being paid to Shannon. Shannon towards the forward pocket area. Ringo Saunders in the front spot, but the push, I think, in the back will go to Evans for Tasmans. Evans a kick from the back pocket area. In front is Clark. Behind Wollaston, a great mark taken by the skipper for Boston, skipper and coach Ray Wollaston, playing once again another magnificent skipper's game. He goes wide, but off the hands it comes. Tap forward. Hawksworth the handball to Oswald. Oswald the kick through centre half forward, but in the way is Darryl Mortimer for Boston's. He'll steady it now and go out wide towards the centre wing area where Gibson and Boyce it is. Gibson makes the spot and takes the good mark. He'll be quickly on now, looking for Davey, and finds that player just forward of the half forward flank. Davey the kick in now, looking towards centre half forward for Fowler. In goes Saunders. He overruns the ball. Handballed out by Sharple. The handball in good by Saunders, but a great tackle in by Lewis, who's desperate back there. Saves a certain goal. Tasman's McCurry in possession of the ball now. The kick towards half back, but in the way is John Gibson for Boston. He goes towards the centre of the ground, sets Wollaston up, but Wollaston good enough to get above that. Bit of byplay there too. Wollaston unsure of what to do. Now he goes out wide, looking for Kingsley Bilney. Finds that player. He's got to have support. Gibson ducks. The handball back to Bilney, who's set up. Through comes Elliott. Gibson too high on Elliott. And Elliott the kick from half back. Some basic errors being made out there from both sides. The ball comes to centre wing. Ray Wollaston once again, a great grab on at centre wing area for the Boston Tigers. From that area, he goes searching, but a poor kick finds Hargy at centre half back for Tasmans. Few leads, not many leads forthcoming. Now there is from Butch Pedler. He goes long there, but from behind, the easy mark there, taken by Steele Seaman, I think it is, for Tasmans. Read the ball well. He's kicked now, sets up Pedler. Good ball from behind by Pobke. Kingsley Bilney, the little chip shot looking for and finding David Raleigh on that half bank flank area. He plays on quickly. The lead coming from Kenny Davey, and the ball to go over the boundary line on a centre wing area, and a throw in on the far side, with Boston's leading by 1 point at this stage. 5 goals 2 to Tasman's 4 goals 7. The ball thrown in Fowler, and a good tap then by Elliott. Ball comes to ground. Good tackle then by the Tasman player. Bilney and McCurry to do battle here. Bilney, the front spot, shovels it back out. Out it comes now, loose. Finds Oswald Barry on his own. He chips in towards full forward. Slade misses what he should have taken. Trenowden picks the loose ball up. A good spoil in by Tasmans. In goes Bilney, but the free kick will be given for over the shoulder and taken by to be taken by the Tasman player. Tasman's the free kick on the half-forward left flank. Beebe, ever the opportunist, wanted to play it on. Beebe to take the kick now. Looking for Pedler and finding that player. That's very poor defence from Boston's. Very, very poor defence. Which Pedler's doing what he likes up in the forward area for Tasmans. Not being checked at all. 50 metres out. He's a long kicker of the ball. That's no exception. Might just drop short, but no, I think it's cleared the pack. No, it hasn't. Indicated touched off hands by the goal umpire, and a kick to be taken in, and that ties the scores up, I think, 32 points each at this stage. We're into the just about into the time on period now, the second quarter, and nothing better than at this stage, all teams up. The kick out finds Kingsley Bilney. He goes further afield, but a wall of Tasman's players there. Take your pick. Hargy does. The little chip kick on towards Beebe. He plays for the free. His called play on. Jenner in pursuit now. In front is Freeth, and the free kick in the back will go to Freeth on that half-back position for Boston's half-back flank. He'll look up towards Ringo Saunders, I feel. Hayden Davey in the front spot gets the nudge out from Hargy, and the free kick will go to him. He plays on now. Kicks wide, looking for Milky Saunders. Over the back lures, through comes Oswald. He's desperate player is Oswald, and rushes the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throw in on the half-forward left flank for Boston's. Both sides not giving an inch. They're playing good football. It's great to see. The boundary throw in now. Over the top comes Sharple. Grabs it out of the air. The left foot kick forward. Gives Hayden Davey the general of the run of it, but it bounces wide of him. Sammy Engelhardt meets the ball well and will get the free kick for the grab around the ankles. He's playing well back there at full-back, is Sammy Engelhardt. He'll go wide down the side, I would imagine, from there. Not much lead in the way of leads coming. Now there is from Clark. He ignores that, goes long. Over the top comes Mortimer, who puts the hand in the middle of the back and of someone, but I think Saunders is going to get the free kick. Saunders for Boston's is going to get the free kick. I don't think the umpire knew what he was doing, and I think he changed his mind. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he changed his mind there at that stage. Anyway, Tasman's to get the kick through the agency of Barry. He goes towards Dina Kohler, who spills what he should have taken, but is still awarded the free. Dina Kohler now. Up towards Pedler and Popke. Pedler the front spot. Good recovery. Pedler the big long handball out wide. In front is Kingsley Bilney. He'll give it all he's got. I think the umpire's going to ball it up here on the right half forward flank for Tasmans. The ball up to take place. Fowler, Pedler, Fowler the tap down to Freeth. Out towards Popke. Popke in front. The tap on then by Sharple. Sharple building now to Hayden Davey. Hayden Davey trying to work the ball out, but can't do that. And pack up there again, and once more a ball up's going to take place on the centre wing area with both sides on 32 points apiece here, with about 5 minutes of time on gone in this second half. It must be awfully close to the half-time siren now. Ball up, taken by Fowler. Shannon, the run, tapped out of the hands of Mortimer, and over the boundary line goes the ball for a throw-in at centre wing for grandstand side for in the centre of the ground. There's the half-time siren just gone, and a top half of football from both sides in that first half, with at the half-time break all scores being tied up. Boston's 5-2, 32 points. Tasman's a little bit inaccurate in 4 goals, 8, 32. But a great game, and let's hope it continues in this vein for the next 50 minutes.
Video Mania for family fun. And Video Mania, your number one.
Video Mania are giving away as a bonus $36 worth of free movie hire to all new members when they hire their first movie. That's right. If you're not a member of Video Mania, join now. Hire one movie and get $36 worth of free movie hire. All stores have thousands of movies for just $1 a week. Why pay more for your movies? Hire one movie and get $36 worth of free movie hire.
Video Mania, your number one.
Going to piss up tonight, Pro? Yeah. Richard's going to help him. Suppose you will go. I'm working on the tonight to say, three Coke and bunnies for the please. Just go in the corner and guzzle them down.
Come on, lads! Right, from the kick, Richard Saunders' kick, up towards Sharple. In over top of the ball, Oswald and Sharple, shoveled out now towards that half-back flank area. Through comes out to Ray Wollaston. The little chip kick back to Rally the kick forward, and the FAD will come down to Tank Richards, about 35 metres out, directly in front. On with the game, and Tank Richards now lining them up from out in front, and he's made no mistake. That takes Boston's now on to another goal on the board. They go on now to 6 goals 4, leading Tasman's 4 goals 8. We missed the first few minutes of this. We had a bit of trouble with the crowd getting back. Back to the centre bounce again now. This is going to be a very crucial quarter to both sides, I feel. Both sides have got to either gain an ascendancy. Either side's got to gain an ascendancy here, I think. Very important quarter this side. Fowler opposed to Buckland. Up they go. Fowler the tap forward. And Buckland again pulled back to Clark. Clark the kick forward into the half-forward area, but a fine mark taken by Pobke. Pobke now out wide, looking for Ray Wollaston. He taps the ball on, but it's going to go out of bounds on the centre wing area to be thrown in. The rucks gather again. Buckland against Fowler. Bodies go in. No one's straight over top. Picked up by Freeth. He shovels the kick forward, looking for Sharple and finding that player. Sharple quickly on with a little chip shot to Kingsley Bilney, who's all but taken out of the game and grabbed again. 15-metre penalty is once again applied, and Kingsley Bilney now comes to with about 30 metres out, directly in front. Good play by Bilney. Then he took the bump, and now has got the kick towards goal and converts. So a goal goes on to on the board to the male medalist of 1986. A gutsy little player too. Boston's move on now to 7 goals 4, 46, leading Tasman's 4 goals 8. This is what's got to happen. They've either side, one side or the other, I feel, has got to gain an ascendancy in this quarter. At this stage, Boston's are doing it well, but they must continue doing it. Tasman's will fight back, no doubt about that. Down to Raleigh from the tap. He's quick kick forward, looking for Ringo Saunders. Picked up by Jungles Ettridge, snaps forward, but just offline, and a minor score results to Boston's there, and from the boot of John Ettridge, taking them now on to 7 goal 5, leading Tasman's 4 goals 8. The kick out by Sammy Engelhart. Long one too. Looking for Buckland. He nearly takes the grab. Over the ball goes Ettridge. Shoveled out towards Hargie. He's met by Shannon. Picked up by Hawksworth, who's played well. He switches back towards the centre of the ground, looking for Hart. That player takes the mark. Was all but off, but lost his balance. He now steadies, goes round to the right boot. The little chip kick on towards Clark, who's gathered a lot of kicks around the ground today. Wollaston holds him. And on the mark now, Clark to take the kick up in towards that forward pocket area in front, Sampson, but a fine mark taken from behind by Andy Rowett, I think it is. And a fine mark from behind taken over top of Trinalden. He's a little chip shot looking for and finding Slade. He advances that kick by about 10 metres. But still on a pretty awkward angle from there. He'll be looking for a straight shot. Steadies over the ball. Chips at the ball a little bit. In the front spot is Pobke. Over the top it comes off hands and tapped through by Fowler for a minor score. Good play then, good thinking. Don't put yourself behind the 8 ball by trying to clear it at that stage. A little tap on and allow Brenton Mortimer the kick in from full back. His kick's a long one too, right out towards Ray Wollaston, who takes a fine grab. And quickly on to Shannon. Puts him under pressure though. Back to Shannon again. He's around the corner. Kicks on towards centre half forward. In the van is Milky Saunders. A good grab. He led quickly. He moves around the play now. On towards Ringo, his brother, who takes a great grab from behind. He's about 45 metres out. I don't think he'll make the distance, but he'll go... Put it right up in there. John Ettridge from behind. The ball goes over top of the pack and hits the goal post for a minor score to Boston's, taking them a further point clear at this stage. Sammy Engelhart, the kick in from full back. He's played quite well back there today, is Sammy. A good kick out to the half-back flank. In the front spot is Fowler, one-handed. You don't do that, boy. A good tap on, though, by Ringo Saunders, smothered off the boot of John Ettridge's. Ettridge by Scott Hawksworth, who's played very serviceably back there today, all day. He's thought, he's run, he's used the body to good effect. A boundary throw in to take place now. Fowler and Buckland. Buckland the tap back, that's good. Oswald, who's played well all day. Kicked forward towards the centre of the crown. Well met by Pedler, a good handball on to Boyce. He got rid of it pretty quickly, but I think it'll be effective. Barry, the little chip shot in, and that finds Slade. Slade at centre half forward. Unsure, but now he goes long and a screaming kick. A screaming kick, but in the spot was Brenton Mortimer, and he was met from the front, and the free kick will be taken by Brenton Mortimer. Gutsy stuff then by Mortimer. He's quickly off, but he didn't kick through the goal square, so the ball will come back to be taken again. Good passage of play there both ways. Some good quick work from out of defence by Tasmans, and a good defensive mark taken by Brenton Mortimer back there under a pack coming down at him. He goes now out to the outer side flank, looking for Ray Wollaston, finds that player, and he's off quickly now. Chips the ball in towards Kenny Davey, met by Shannon, well met by Shannon. He's tackled high, play on's the call. Kicked off the ground by Barry. Slade, back to Slade again. He's handballs it out to Boyce. Boyce turns, kicks back to Steele Seaman, and it's good mark. Good quick thinking then by Terry Boyce. He knew he was under pressure, spotted Steele Seaman, and just chipped the kick back to him. He's about 35 metres out on an angle. It's a good-looking kick from here, right into the goal square. And I think it's beat the hands of Mortimer, and gone straight through for a goal to Steele Sermon. Good play then by Boyce, so as I said, that set the mark up for Steele Seaman, and so Tasmans now go on to 5-9, trailing Boston 7-6. It's a top game this, and I'm sure that it'll continue in this vein. There'll be a lot of Thai boys out there after this. Ettridge and Elliott down to Hart. He shovels the ball out to McCurry. McCurry forward. Through comes young Sampson for Boston's. He's it. Trinalden gets in his way. The handball back towards Slade. He breaks clear. He chips it forward, and there's another quick goal. Another quick goal to Tasmans. Off the boot of Slade. A bit of poor work then by Trinalden for Boston. Sampson had the run. Trinalden should have stepped in behind to make the shepherd, and consequently the error was made, and a goal on the board to Slade. Takes Tasmans on now to 6-9 to trailing Boston 7-6. Quick replies. Back to the centre bounce. Ettridge against Elliott. Ettridge the hand of ball. Kenny Davey quickly out of the pack. The chip shot straight onto Malcolm Saunders. Malcolm Saunders, the kick from the half-forward flank, about 45 metres out. I don't think he'll make the distance, but he'll give it a bit of a ride in there. A good kick right into the goal square area. Tank Richard from the middle of the pack, but off hands and through for a minus score to Boston's. Bit of good play out of the centre there, particularly by Davey. He tucked the ball under the arm, dashed off. Sammy Engelhart, the kick in, looking out wide. In front, Ettridge. The spoil from behind. Ettridge shovels the ball out. Shannon, the quick pick-up. Plays off quickly. Chips on towards Richards. Off hands it comes. Lures in the van. Through comes Kenny Davey. Smothered off hands. The tap out by Davey. Shannon again. Tap back to Richards. Richards twists around. The handball out. Shannon quickly tackled then by a Tasman player, and a ball up will take place midway between centre half forward and the full forward area in the Boston forward line. Everyone pretty keen to get a hold of the ball, but you've got to get a little bit more system into it, I think, from there. Tapped away now. Pull back in underneath the pack now. There's a bit of scrambly play going on here. Now it's tapped on out by Jenner. Davies met heavily from behind. Goes down. The ball's kicked on quickly by Tasmans. Picked up by Johnny Ettridge for Boston's. In towards full forward area. Tank Richards is outsmarted by by Sammy Englehart, and Sammy Englehart with the run on gets the resulting free from the tag on the arm. A holding man decision. Right. Sammy Englehart to relieve from that back pocket for Tasmans. Nowhere to go at this stage. In it comes up towards David Raleigh in the front spot. Good tackle on Boyce. The handball out puts young Gibson under pressure. He's quickly over the ball again though, trying to shovel it out. But a ball up to take place on the half-forward right flank for Boston's. 7-7 play, 6-9, 4 points in it. The ball up now, Ettridge against Elliott. Elliott the tap, down it comes straight to ground. Johnny Gibson tries to kick it clear. Jenner tried to get a hold of it. Handballed out by Oswald. And McCurry allows the ball to go over the boundary line and over the boundary, and a throw in to take place on that half-forward line. In it comes, Fowler the tap forward. All Tasmans here. Jenner, cool. A tap on by Lewis was great. Gibson, the kick back in towards centre, and the free kick will be paid to Gibson for the high tackle. Gibson, only a young boy straight out of Colts. Not quite sure where to go now. He has a look. Looks for the leader, Ringo Saunders. He's in the front spot. Good ball from behind. Pack goes down over top of the ball. A bit of a scrimmage going, a bit of untidy football right there. And everyone in there trying to win a ball, but can't be done. And a ball up to take place about 30 metres out from the Boston goal line. Mick Fowler, the run up, the tap down towards Ringo Saunders. He's trying to work hard to it. On the ground is Anthony Elliott, but the ball will be balled up again. Bit of untidy scrimmagey play right there. Umpire Rogers, up it goes. Fowler against Elliott. Elliott the tap out on as far as Morner, picked up by Raleigh. He's tackled very, very high. And David Raleigh about 30 metres out on a slight angle. We'll take a shot from there, and we'll be hoping for a straight accurate shot for his and Boston's cause. In he comes. He lines him up. It's a nice shot. Nice easy action through the thing, and a goal goes onto the board to the half-back flanker in David Raleigh. Half-back flanker come ruck follower. He's having a run on the ball at this stage, and at the 15-minute mark of this 17-minute mark of this third quarter, Boston's have added another goal, and they move on to 8-7, leading Tasman's 6-9. There's still nothing in it. It's anyone's game. It's 10 points or something like that in the game, and both sides are really putting everything into it. Desperate stuff, and that's what grand finals are all about. You work all year to get here, and you don't want to let it slip easily. From the centre bounce, it's Ettridge against Elliott. Ettridge the tap. Down it comes into the centre. Ettridge again follows up. Back to Kingsley Bilney. The handball backwards on to Daryl Mortimer. Into Raleigh, but it's stacks on the mill in there, and a ball up will take place once again at the centre of the ground. Umpire Rogers from the South Australian National Football League balls it up. In they go. No one's real tap. John Hart comes out with it for Tasmans. A little chip kick over towards Clark. Was good. Clark recovers brilliantly to win that ball again. Wotherston versus Seaman. And it goes astray. Everyone's desperate to win that ball over there. And everyone in over top of the pack, and a ball up to take place about 25-30 metres out from the Tasman's goal square. Up it goes. Wotherston, the thump forward. He's played well all day. Not clear to Butch Pedler. The quick snapshot right into the pocket area. Steele Seaman's in the van there. He's met by Brenton Mortimer. And the ball in to take place right in that pocket area. Up they go. Buckland the tap down is good. Wotherston the handball out. Bilney the quick kick towards David Raleigh, but it's out on the full. And John Hart for Tasmans takes a quick kick, looking in towards to Andy Rowett. It's a loose ball at this stage. Rowett first to it. Through comes young Evans. Through comes Mortimer. Goes straight to the hands of Oswald, who's played a magnificent game today. Out comes towards the centre wing area. Lures hit hard. And the ball is kicked forward towards Slade, who takes the ball on the half-forward flank. He's a prodigious kick, this boy. He nearly booted one from this far out just a while ago. There's that long screw kick again, right into that goal square. From behind, there was a flyer in Butch Pedler, but the ball is spoilt and out of bounds for a kick in to Ray Wollaston, the skipper of the Boston side. He goes across goals, but he's called back, so he's got to have another shot, another kick. 20 minutes gone, or 21 minutes gone now, and there's a 10-point advantage to the Boston side in this third quarter of the 1986 Grand Final. It's been a great match. Wollaston's kick out towards the half-back flank. Hart's in the spot there. Off hands it comes, off of Rally's hands, and Hart's. And there's a few tired boys starting to get around out there now, I can tell you. And a ball up will take place on the half-forward flank. A bit of pushing and shoving, there's nothing much in that. We'll get on with the game, the boys says. We've got a grand final to play. Up the ball goes. Elliott grabs it out of the ground. Hart, the quick pick up from that sort of thing. A good kick into that full forward area. Mortimer, from behind is Sampson, the relieving pickup. Grab the kick forward. Gibson, blind kick back towards the centre of the ground. Kingsley Bilney, the male medalist for 86, boots it forward towards the centre of the ground. In front is Kenny Davey now. Does it brilliantly. The hook back over the head. In front's Oswald, and a great mark taken by Oswald at centre half back. Oswald from about the centre wing area. The little short chip kick, looking for and finding Butch Pedler, the skipper. He plays on quickly now. Out wide towards Slade. Clark had the set. Kenny Davey done it beautifully. The saving little chip shot. He measured that off beautifully. He just steadied and measured it off. And now the 15-metre penalty being awarded against Tasman's. Adina Kohler. Through comes Hart. Rally, the kick up towards centre half forward. Tank Richards beautifully grabbed in with one hand. The handball out towards Gibson. Well done, Sammy Englehart. Shrugs through the pack. The left foot kick back to the centre of the ground. Underneath the ball is Wollaston. Dina Kohler, tackle quickly. Well done. Good play going on here from everyone. Free, out from Wollaston. The kick forward, but in the way is going to be young Evans. He's quickly tackled, dispossessed. McCurry, quickly tackled by Kenny Davey. Hart gets legged by young Kenny Davey, and Hart to take the kick from the centre of the ground. Touched off the hands. There's a few tired boys out there, you believe me. Played on now towards Buckland. Through comes Kevin Freeth. He should kick. He doesn't. He handballs towards Milky Saunders. Well done. Good play from everyone. He's well met. That's good football. Well done by Kingsley Bilney. Kicked up towards the forward pocket area. That's top bit of play. That's desperation from both sides. No one was going to give an inch, and they didn't. It's good, honest, hard-working grand final football, and that's what it's all about. Boundary throw in from about 20 metres around from the Boston forwards, full forward area. Tank Richards in the front spot. Brings it to ground. Tank Richards handballs out towards Kenny Davey. The quick snapshot. It's going close. It's an incredible shot, I think. It's an unbelievable shot from Kenny Davey. The best under 21 player for the year, 1986, and he's just done a miraculous goal from the deep in the forward pocket, back over his head to put Boston's a further 6 points in front. They go to 9 goals 7, 6 goal 9. I think that gives them about a 15-point advantage, a 16-point advantage at this stage. So I said, one side or the other's got to start dominating the game, and this is the quarter that could decide it. At this stage, Boston's have done it, but make no mistake about this. Tasman's are going to be right there. From the centre bounce area, it comes up towards the centre half-forward area of Boston's. Through goes Sharper, through goes Shannon. Met Hargy, the quick pick-up. That's a good chip shot towards Lewis. Lewis in possession. The handball on towards Evans. He misses what he should have taken there. Tasman players 4-1. That's good play, good tackle in by the Boston player in Pake. The ball goes up. No result out of that marker. Play on not 10 metres, and the ball will be bounced by umpire Kerr. Fowler, the tap down. On the ground, out towards Dina Kohler. Shoveled out by Dina Kohler, but it's good play. Slade's got the run at the goal. I don't think he'll miss it from there. Slade sidestepped the one player and one steadying step and straight through the middle. Oh, it's been a top game and it's great to see. One side, a very hard-working side. They've got not a lot of name players. The other side have got a brilliant side, but it's a great game. From the centre bounce area, Fowler against Elliott. Fowler the tap. Kenny Davey again. He's tackled when he's not in possession. Play on's the call. Out that comes to Dina Kohler. The handball is smothered. Back into a scrimmage at the centre wing area, and it's a ball up from there. Fowler against Elliott again. There's some I don't know what's happening here, but I think there's a free kick to Tasman's, I believe. A free kick to Tasman's. Young Elliott's down with the cramp at this stage. No one's undecided who's got the kick. Oswald. Oswald it is. Oswald towards the left half, right half forward flank to Butch Pedler. Yeah, it's a good mark. But I think he's played a few like that all day, so we keep it up. We keep it up. Butch Pedler, the kick into that full forward left area. A big bunch of players goes up. The punch away, picked up by Fowler, back towards half forward. Saul Tasman's there, and Terry Boyce, Andy Rowett, the handball on. A tackle from behind, and Butch. A free kick for the high tackle on to Butch Pedler, and Butch Pedler will take the kick from about 35 metres, 40 metres out on about a 45-degree angle. He's usually a very reliable kick, Butch. It's a good-looking kick off the boot. He might have... No, he hasn't. It's touched off the hands. And a minus score resulting. 7 goals, 10. Now Tasman's takes them to a 9-point behind. The kick out finds David Drully. The left foot kick forward right up to the half-forward line. And in front of the two players there in Evans and Saunders, Ringo Saunders, the ball rolls over the boundary line on that half-forward flank. The throw-in to take place. Elliott. No one's in particular. Elliott again, the good shovel handball forward. Jenner, good, intelligent chip forward. The spoil from behind. The handball to Rowett. Another little chip kick towards Dina Kohler. Freeth's tackle when not in possession, and will take the relieving kick from that just backward to the left half-back flank for Boston's. He goes out wide towards the a poor attempt by David Raleigh there from behind. He jumped miles too early, and the free kick to Brenton Hargie. The handball on. It's played on back to Hart, back to Hargie. On again and out of bounds. I think they're starting to get a bit bamboozled, some of these boys out there. They've got to settle themselves down if they want to win a premiership. Both sides. The boundary throw in from that centre wing area. Over the top it goes. Jenner over top of the ball. Players dive in on top of it, and a ball up from the centre, about the centre area of the oval. Fowler and Elliott. The kick off the ground by Hayden Davey, picked up brilliantly by Shannon. The quick kick forward to look for Jim Shrapple. Nearly takes the one-hander. He's tackled, gets the handball out, but through comes Oswald, who has got to be best on ground by a street. Has played magnificently. The ball comes forward towards Hart, who experienced player he is. He just reads the tackle and gets the free kick for the holding the man. On to Jenner. Jenner towards centre half forward. The spoil by Pake it was. On it goes to half forward from the boot of a Boston player to Kenny Davey. He tries to get around about 3. Gets the ball forward, that's all. Scott Hawksworth played well all day. Chips it on towards Anthony Elliott, who I think is a pretty tired boy at this stage. And still a long way to go. Steadies the game down a little bit. The kick forward, not a long one, but a good sprawl by Free from behind. Shannon, he's got legs. Grubs the ball forward. We'll find Hayden Davey, the general, in the middle of the ground. He has a good look. He's got Ringo Saunders on the trot. And I think there should be a 15. No, it's not. Lewis tried to get him, but Saunders, the big kick forward. Sammy Englehart's done it well once again. Hasn't put a foot wrong there all day, has Sammy? He'll kick it out from the fullback area with a minor score resulting to Boston's there, taking it up to the 6-point margin again. He finds Barry. He's been out of the game a bit in this quarter. He was very prominent in the first half. Lewis, he's had a tremendous battle with Saunders today. The half volley towards Dina Kohler. And there's the siren for the end of the third quarter, with Boston's hanging on to a 10-point lead at this stage. There's 7 goals, 10 to Tasman's, with Boston's 9 goals, 8, 62. Very interesting quarter, that one. There's still a lot of football left in this game yet, and there's a lot of tired players out there, you believe me. By the end of this game, every one of those 36 or 40 players out there are going to know they've played a game of football, you believe it. And I think we're in for a crackerjack last quarter. It was a good quarter for Boston's then. Tasman's fought back, but Boston's seemed to dominate that quarter a little bit more. They were the more aggressive at the ball. Ray Wollaston in particular, he was the leading light. He done all the hard work, took the mass around the ground and set the play up. The running players in Shannon and Bilney were the guys that set it up for them. On the other side of the ledger, with the Tasman side there, Stephen Lewis once again was nearly impassable on that half-back line, along with Oswald as well. Dina Kohler come into that game a little bit more that quarter by moving the ball around the ground out of that centre bounce area, and it's going to be a very interesting, intense last quarter. I believe there's a lot of tied players. Boston's have come through with a lot of hard games underneath their belt. Tasman's have had the easy way home with the week's rest, and they've come in fresh and should have the legs. And yet, to me, at this stage, they are looking just a little bit tired. Maybe a bit of inexperience from some of the youngsters could tell in this last quarter. But there's going to be a crackerjack last quarter. You believe that? It'll be a crackerjack last quarter, and whoever wins this 1986 grand final is going to be deserved of it. Right, just about ready for the start of the last quarter for the 1986 season, with a 10-point margin to Boston's at this stage. 9 goals, 8 to Tasman, 7-10.
Let's clear the ground as soon as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Please clear the...
Umpire Rogers to start proceeding for the last quarter, and it's Fowler. Fowler against Buckland at the centre bounce. Up the ball goes. Fowler the slight advantage. Andy Rowett picks up. Quickly left foot forward. Trinalden through. Is met now. Got rid of the ball. Through comes Wollaston. Out towards Rowett. Rowett the quick kick on. Dina Kohler the run of the ball. Gibson puts the pressure on. The easy handball on to Barry. Spoilt then from behind by the Boston player. The quick kick forward then by Tasman's, but it's out of bounds. No, it's not. It's a minor score to Boston's, and that reduces the margin now to 9 points. Mortimer to take the kick in. Brenton Mortimer. He kicks towards the flank, towards Wollaston. Over the top it goes. No one's ball. Picked up by Tasman's. Shoots it out towards Barry. Barry's kick smothered. The high tackle then, bit high around the shoulder then on Steele Seaman, I think it is. And Steele Seaman to take the kick from the half-forward flank. He's looking for Elliott. Elliott's made the lead. From behind is Mortimer. The spoil from behind. The handball by Trinalden. On to Freeth. Freeth the kick to the half-back flank area, and the ball will be thrown in about 60 metres around from the goal square from the Tasman area. The ball to be thrown in now. It's Buckland and Fowler. Buckland the front spot. He taps the ball forward, only to see Raleigh pick it up. The handball forward on as far as Hard intercepts. He gets the ball back in towards the centre of the ground, but Sid Trinauden, Trout Trinauden for Boston's, is in the way. He'll go wide to that bottom flank, I'd say. Gibson on the lead and chips the ball on towards him. Gibson in possession now. A lot of players up towards that area. Ray Wollaston drops what he should have taken there. About the only mistake he's made all day. The ball scrimmaged around on the ground on the far wing, and a ball up will take place at the centre wing area. Looks like Tank Richards has been moved to centre half forward for Boston's. Up the ball goes. Buckland, ineffective tap. Over the boundary line it goes, and a throw in to take place in that same immediate vicinity. Richards in on there too. I'd say he's at centre half forward. Tapped on by Fowler. Picked up by Oswald. Hargy overruns the ball. Pedler. Through comes Pedler again. Picked up by Buckland. The handball smothered. Gibson. The kick smothered. Hargy. And I think the free is going to be awarded to Buckland, I think it is, for High Shepherd. Buckland to take the free kick for Tasman. It's on the centre wing area. Buckland in towards centre half forward. Butch Pedler the front spot. Handballed out then by Seaman. Out towards Beebe, the opportunist. He does a little chip kick towards Slade. Slade's broke clear in the last two quarters. The tackle made by young subby Sampson and holding the ball decision in favour of Boston's. Sampson the kick towards Shannon. Over top of that player's head. Over the shoulder comes Hawksworth on Davey, and he kicks the ball in towards Popke at centre half back. Popke goes wide now, looking for Darryl Morlam, and this is good play by Boston. It's possession football. That's what they've got to do. Players running up to make a spot. That's a 2-on-1. That's a poor kick by Mortimer. Through goes Saunders, Ringo. The kick on to David Raleigh. He quickly forward into that forward pocket area. Sammy Engelhardt played magnificently all day. Ball just beats him over, and there's a throw in the full forward pocket area for Boston's, about 15, 20 yards around. Fowler in the front, and Buckland. Buckland makes a spot. The tap down is shovelled out. Out it comes towards in the vicinity of Hayden Davey. He tries to kick a left-footed, lures over it. Hayden Davey again, smothered off the boot. It goes right into that forward area. Sammy Engelhardt's tackled well. Kingsley Bilney, the kick off the ground is magnificent play. The quick opportunist, Kingsley Bilney, slipped in there and he let drive with the boot. When it was loose, he didn't bother to pick it up, and it's off the ground, and that's another goal to Boston's, which gives them a 16-point advantage at this stage, 5-minute mark of the last quarter. That was good play there. Good play by Kingsley Bilney. He summed the situation up very quickly, and he let drive, forever the opportunist. Back to the centre bounce now. Buckland and Fowler. Ineffective tap to anyone. Barry, the tap forward, well done. Play on, says the umpire. Kingsley Bilney. The handball out wide to Gibson. Gibson, the little kick to Saunders, which is 3-on-1. Through comes Oswald. Best on ground. Magnificent game he's played. Over the top of the head. Hargy, the one-hand pick-up is good. Out to Slade and finds that player. No, it's not. It's Andy Rowett, sorry. Andy Rowett from the forward pocket area. Hasn't done a lot today, but Tasman's will be hoping that he can pop one through from here. The kick looks good. He's just steered a little bit wide and through for a minor score. Through for a minor score to Tasman's. That takes him on to 7 goals, 11, 53. Trailing Boston's 10 goals, 8, 68. Brenton Mortimer, the kick out for Boston's. He'll want to make sure it's a good one. It's a good long kick. In front's Buckland. Over the top it goes. Tapped on by Bilney. Well read, David Raleigh. A good handball too. Bilney intercepted by Dina Kohler. And over the boundary line it goes for a throw-in on the left half forward flank, about 60 metres around from the Tasman goal. Both sides pretty desperate at this stage. Buckland and Fowler. Fowler tries to take it out. Picked up by Wollaston. The handball on, but that's going to be tapped back by Jenner. It's straight into the waiting arms of a Tasman player there. Picked up by Buckland. On to Dina Kohler. He forces the ball forward into that half-forward flank area. And the ball will be thrown in about 40 metres around from the Tasman left half-forward flank area. Up goes Fowler and Buckland. Buckland back over the top, but to find Ray Wollaston. He's kick finds two Tasman's players all on their own. Ian Barry. Barry kicks it right up front, and there's Rowett all on his own again. In the left forward pocket this time. He's at a pretty acute angle. A pretty acute angle from there, but the breeze is going to favour him. He's a right legger. He put it on the boot, and I think he's kicked it. No, it's just offline, and that's another minor score to the Tasman side, and that takes him on to 7-13, 55 to 10-8, 68 to Boston's. A 13-point advantage still at this stage. Still a long way to go. There's only about 8 minutes gone in this game. Brennan Mortimer, the kick towards Pobke. Pobke in the front. Over the top it comes. Barry once again. The ball's spoilt off hands. Spilt by Elliott. Slade. Through comes Darryl Mortimer and forces the ball over the boundary line in the right hand forward pocket for about 25 metres around from the Tasman goal. Some tired players out there now. The ball thrown in. Over the top it comes. Straight back towards Slade. He's tried to get around Bilney. He's tackled. Through goes Wollaston. The handball forward to Raleigh. He's tackled a bit high and he'll take the relieving kick. He'll take the relieving kick from the centre half back area to for Boston's. Boston's are hanging on grimly. They're not panicking at this stage. David Raleigh, the kick right wide to the side. Looking for and finding Ray Wollaston once again. He'll have sore fingers tonight with the amount of marks he's taken. Ray Wollaston, the little chip kick on towards Kingley Bilney. Possession football, that's the name of the game. That's what you've got to do now, Boston's. Kingsley Bilney. Got to look for someone. Everyone's packing it up here. Everyone's down on the half-forward line or further. Out it comes in favour of Tasman's. Through comes Kenny Davey. Shovels the handball forward. Here's a chance for Boston's. Tapped on by Richard Saunders and Hayden Davey, the general. 36 years of age. He steadies and he pops one through for Boston's. That'll be a real boost to the Boston side. Chasing their first premierships since their inception in 1972. Great play, good play by Richard Saunders once again. Only a young fella, but he's got a hell of a good head on him, and he just tapped the ball on and done the shepherd and allowed Hayden Davey to do the work. Good play to Boston's. Ball, a whistle on play there at the centre bounce against Boston's. Too many in the centre. The ball comes out now to Butch Pedler. He'll have a good look here. Over towards Beebe. He's under pressure. Through goes Shannon. He's leading in the race for the ball, but the ball just comes off the boot and dribbles over the line in that full forward area for Tasman's. 7-13 plays 11-8, 74 to 55. The boundary throw in. All important here for both sides. Fowler and Elliott. Elliott the tap forward. Through comes Mortimer. The handball out to Freeth. The handball over top again for possession to Shannon. If he can pick it up. He handballs it out clear. No, he doesn't. The umpire said he's through it, and Beebe to take the kick. Beebe to take the kick from that forward pocket area, about 30 metres from goal on a very acute angle, about a 45, 50-degree angle, I'd say. Important kick for Tasman's and Beebe here. He's pushed it up nicely. It looks good. It's right into the goal square. They want to tap it through Boston's, which they successfully do. And another minor score to Tasman takes them on to 7-14, trailing Boston's by 15 points at this stage. Brenton Mortimer, the fullback, he'll go long, probably look for Ray Wollaston, I'd say, which he does. Pack out there, over the top it comes. Wotherston in the possession, the handball well smothered by Buckland. He's playing well, Buckland. The handball back towards the centre of the ground. The big tap on by Hayden Davey gives Milky Saunders the run. Milky Saunders a break through half forward, looking for his brother in Ringo, but a well-timed mark. A beautiful, well-judged mark by young Evans for Tasmans. He's got Oswald on the break. He's marked it clear on that backward of the half-back flank. They're looking to the centre of the ground. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. Kingsley building in the middle of that. Shannon, the handball clear to David Raleigh. And he's pinged. That was a good tackle by Hargy. Good tackle. He ducked the head. He should have handballed it on. And a 15-metre penalty being incurred. Beebe onto Slade. Here's a goal coming up for Tasmans. And another goal to Tasmans, one to Slade. That takes them now on to 8-15. 8-point advantage, I think it is now to Boston's. Slade's the opportunist. Well done by Beebe. He's seen him there by himself, and Beebe kicked it back towards him, and Slade done the rest. 74 plays 62, 12 points the difference. Boston's 11-8, Tasman's 8-14. Waiting on the ball to be relayed back. The centre bounce, it's Buckland and Fowler, both giving everything for their side. Umpire care. It's been a great game of football. There's been nothing in it all day. Ball up now from the centre bounce area it goes. Over the top comes Fowler, the tap forward to Bilney. He handballs it out. Oswald played a magnificent game, is legged, and he'll take the free kick from half back. Just forward of the centre half back. He'll be looking for Seaman, I'd say. Down towards the pack forming here. In the front is Popke. He spilt the easy chest mark. Pedler's ducked the head, so it's play on. Popke over top of the ball. And a ball up will take place at centre half forward. Fowler and Buckland. Buckland once again. Wotherston straight through. Strong. Kicks it clear, but it's going to favour Hargy. Barely went the 10, I think, but being paid. Hargy to go right into the goal square. Good kick too. Screw punt. Touched off hands and through for a minor score to Tasmans. Taking them on to 8-14. 63, trailing Tasmans 11-8, 74, 11 points. Kick out by Mortimer. Back area for Boston's, or the half-forward area for Tasmans, and a throw in to take place. Once again, Fowler and Elliott. They've been at it all day. Fowler in front, the little kick forward. The handball picked up by Tasmans, a beautiful handball. Clark, the kick off the side of the boot. It should favour Freeth. A good shepherd by Mortimer. Freeth's around two. Now he should steady and have the good look. He does. Up towards Ringo Saunders. He tries to, he does break clear. Shannon the shepherd. The left foot kick towards Kenny Davey. He's got a couple of yards. He breaks clear. No, a top tackle. Good tackle by Tasman's Barry, but out on the fall by Scott Hawksworth. He had all the time in the world. He should have settled. He didn't. And so the free kick from the kick-in will be taken by Ringo Saunders of Boston's. He'll go long up towards Shrapple, which he does. His brother's there too, Milky Saunders. Over the top it comes. Sammy Engelhardt again. Hasn't given a thing away all day. Good play, Sammy. He's done it well. Smothers the ball in and a ball up to take place halfway between the full forward and half forward area of Boston's. Ringo Saunders. The tap by Tasmans. Out towards Kingsley Bilney. Smothered off the boot. On towards Evans. Hargy, the handball out. Towards Saunders. Ringo. On he goes with the left boot towards Hayden Davey. Tries to play with the free. The umpire's awake to that, but over the boundary line it goes for a throw-in. 18 minutes gone in this quarter. Boundary throw-in in that pocket area. Right in towards Fowler. Oswald once again. He's cool, calm and collected. Out it comes off Jenner's boot, out towards Gibson it is. Towards that centre wing area. Gibson overruns the ball, but it beats him out of bounds, in fact, and a boundary throw in to be taken on that centre wing area, the far centre wing area of the oval. Thrown in over the top by Wotherston, but he misses it. Players dive on the ball, desperate to gain possession. Dispossessed is Saunders, picked up by Gibson, smothered beautifully by Butch Pedler. He taps it on and out of bounds, still in that centre wing area towards the half-forward flank area for Tasmans. 11 points in this game. It's a top game of football. No one would want to wish for any better. It's been close all day and hard fought. On it goes towards Lewis. He's done a magnificent job today. Saunders is dispossessed by Pedler. Back to Dina Kohler. His handball to Jenner. Back to Oswald. He's been best on ground by a street. Nearly a good mark. Picked up by Boston's. A scramble in there. Handball, the ball comes loose. Off the ground by Mortimer. Darryl Mortimer, that is. Down the ground goes Elliott with the ball. Taps it out in the direction of Pedler and Hart. Desperate work over there by all players. And she scrambled right on that centre wing area. And the ball up to take place. 19 minutes gone in this final quarter of the 1986 grand final. Up the ball goes. Fowler getting a bit stronger now, I think. Plays the ball on now towards Gibson. Gibson forces the ball forward towards Saunders. Lewis. Jesus, that's been a battle all day, that has been. Lewis wins out again. Back towards Oswald. Oswald forward. Spilled off hands by all players and knocked over the boundary line for a throw-in on the centre wing area. Magnificent game of football to watch this. Both sides giving every little ounce of strength they've got. Fowler and Butch Pedler and young Elliott. He's done a magnificent job too. Down to Wotherston. He missed kicks. Hayden Davey off the ground. Shannon, he goes through. He's barreled. Through comes Oswald. He gets rid of that ball with a handball to row it. Here's a bit of a set-up now for them. Through goes Clark with a beautiful kick towards Hart. He spills what he should have taken. He spilled it. Freeth is dispossessed. The ball comes loose out. On towards Slade. He's trying to get around. Jenner, he'll go to his left. He's tackled brilliantly. The ball is tapped on towards Slade again. He steadies. He pops the ball up. In the front spot is Mortimer, but he allows it to go through for a minor score to narrow the margin to 10 points. Mortimer's kick out towards Ray Wotherston and Clark. Wotherston the spoil from behind. Beautifully done, Wotherston. The long kick out to the centre wing area. Mick Fowler the run of the ball, but it's going to beat him over the boundary line for a throw-in at the 20-minute mark of this quarter. A throw-in on the centre wing area for the 1986 grand final. Fowler and Elliott, they've done battle all day brilliantly. Through comes Wotherston, the handball to Richards, the handball to Fowler. Through comes Saunders. Sammy Englehart's there once again. He hasn't given inch all day for his side, and he follows it up determinedly, gets the bounce and runs it out over the boundary line for a throw-in that forward pocket area. Boundary throw-in now, right in that pocket area. Danger here. Hayden Davey. His kick smothered. Kenny Davey goes through. Off the ball. Barry it is. He goes to the outer side wing. And it just dribbles over in front of Mick Fowler on that flank area. Well, there's some tired boys out there now, I can tell you, but not one of them are giving an inch. They're giving it all, every one of them. The boundary throw in, the pack up, down to Lewis, who's played a magnificent game. Through comes Wotherston once again. In the front is Evans. The ball tapped loose towards Fowler. Towards the boundary line, and it's tapped over, and a throw-in tapped over by Barry, I think it was, and a boundary throw-in the right forward pocket for Boston's. They're fighting desperately, both sides. Wotherston tries to take it out of the air. Down it comes to ground, and a ball up will take place. This quarter slowly sneaking by. It's in the Boston forward area. Boston will be desperate to keep it there. 10-point advantage at this stage. They'll be desperate there. Fowler the grab out. The kick on is off hands, and a boundary throw in right alongside the point post to take place in the Boston full forward area. 11-8, 8-16, 74-64. The throw in. Richards in the front spot. Grabs it out of the air. Couldn't get boot the ball. Through goes Saunders. Through goes Lewis. Milky Saunders picks it up. The hook back towards Fowler's in the spot. He missed it. Through comes Hawksworth. Well done, Hawksworth. Over top of the ball, desperately, everyone. And a ball up to take place at the 22.5-minute mark of this quarter. About 40 metres out from the Boston goal square. Been a magnificent game of football. Up it goes. Fowler. Tap forward. Sammy Engelhart. The good handball out to Oswald. There's a kick forward. Met by Gibson. Here's Rowett. The ball packs up. Just about free there now. It runs loose out now. Players diving in everywhere. That's top player. Good tap on towards Butch Pedler. He tries to kick it off ground. Misses. The ball scrambled around into the centre now. Through comes Hayden Davey. Shannon's tackled very quickly and a holding the ball decision against Shannon. Loose players here for Tasman. This is danger for Boston's. Through comes Evans. Evans a long kick into full forward area. The ever-reliable Brenton Mortimer's there, and he just taps the ball over for a boundary throw in here. They'll be desperate from here, both sides. 10 points the margin in the Tasman scoring area now. Boston's will be desperate to either take it through for a point or get it out, not do anything wrong. Over to Davey it goes. Davey, the wide kick. That's common sense football. Gibson and Milky Saunders. Saunders picks it up. He goes wide once again. The chip kick up towards the half-forward line. And it bounces over the boundary line for the Boston Football Club on the half-forward area. Tank Richards in there. Mick Fowler's lifted his game in this last half particularly. He's given his everything. Elliott and Fowler once again. Through come Oswald. The ball to ground. She scrimmaged around there and a ball up to take place. Still a 10-point margin to Boston's at this stage. Dare I say they can hang on to it. Up they go. Once again Fowler, the tap forward towards Richards. The ball comes to ground, well out by Dina Kohler. Around goes Hawksworth once again. He's played quite well. A good kick out there towards Beebe. That's beautifully done, Scott Hawksworth. Good football. Beebe looking for Pedler, the one-hander. There's the little chip kick on towards Seaman. Popke putting the pressure on him. The kick forward is a minor score. Into the time on period now. 9 points the margin in favour of Boston's. Waiting, the umpire says wait for the goal umpire to stop waving. And he goes a short kick looking for Ray Wollaston. Possession is the name of the game. That's what Boston's want to win this final from here. 9 points up. The possession kick on once again towards Kim Pake. Kim Pake long to the centre wing. Milky Saunders, a good spoil from behind. Well done, Barry. On to Barry it is. In front spot is Steele Seaman, and he takes a good mark in front of Mark Popke. 1 minute into time on. The kick by Seaman. It's going to drop short. Oh, but it evades all Boston players. And Hart, the opportunist, snaps the goal. Hart. Ray Wollaston down with cramp. Hart, the opportunist. He sat there. He waited. He's seen it. And he's just snapped the goal. Well, that's made it wide open now. 1 minute into time on. 3 points the difference. 3 points in favour of Boston's. What a grand final. Who's going to be the fittest side? Who's going to run this game out? That's what's going to win it. What's from the centre square? Umpire Rogers. Fowler and Buckland. Fowler, Kenny Davey. Through he goes. He's unloaded. Saunders. Over the top goes young Gibson. Play it on. The advantage free paid in favour of Tasman's. Down towards Mark Popke. The saving mark. He's just a steadying chip kick he wants. Oh, what a game of football. Kim Pake. Kim Pake. The kick up to half forward. Fowler. Fowler in the front spot. Off hands to Saunders. He feeds the ball forward. Can Davey get the run of it? No, Oswald once again. He's in there. The ball towards the pocket. Scott Hawksworth is tackled. Play it on, they say. Saunders, the kick forward. Saunders once again. Down it comes to ground. Scrambled around. On the ground it goes once again, and a ball up with 2.5 minutes of time on gone in this quarter. It must be getting on towards that time too. Up the ball goes. Fowler. Sammy Engelhardt tries to burst clear. Picked up Nita Kohler on to Lewis, who's done it grandly all day. Popke to meet the ball. And a great mark by Popke. A great mark by Popke. A falling mark going forward. They want to go deep and wide. No, the possession is on to David Raleigh. Take your time, everyone's saying. Take your time. He kicks it back to Ray Watherson. Ray Watherson kicks on to Pake. They're playing keep it off, and that's it. They've got their minds right if that's what they want to do. Right up long. Someone's got to take a grab from either side here. The ball punched away. Through comes Hawksworth. He's tackled strongly. Over the ball is Sharple, and he gets the free kick on that half-forward area. He'll take his time. He's been around a long time. He knows what this is all about. And he comes. Stride up towards that full forward pocket area. Up goes Engelhardt. Play it on, they say. Good spoil from behind. Hawksworth once again. Plays on. Smothered out of the pack. On to Dina Kohler. There's the siren. And Boston's have won their first ever grand final. Boston's win at 9-17 to 11-8. 74 points to 71. And what can I say? I'm shaking, I'm gone. I'm gone, I tell you. It's I've got to keep it up though. It's I don't believe this. It's my birthday today, and it's the greatest birthday present I've ever had in my life. What a magnificent game of football. The Boston Football Club has got up for Ray Watherson. What a magnificent feeling it must be for all those boys out there. I know what it's like for me. I know what it must be for the Tasman side. I've been there on both sides. What a magnificent game. Fowler lifted himself tremendously in that last quarter. The effort of each and every one in that last quarter was magnificent. 9-17, 11-8. Magnificent win for the Boston Football Club.
The Premiership Trophy, ladies and gentlemen, is presented by the Port Lincoln Times, who throughout this year and previous years has given this league great support. And it gives me great pleasure in thanking the Times for their generous support during the year and also for making this trophy available. And it gives me great pleasure in presenting this to the captain of the side, Mick Fowler, the 1986 Premiership Shield. That's what we want, and everybody else will be taught. Sampson. Number 3, K. Bilney. Number 4, J. Gibson. Number 5, M. Saunders. Number 6, Michael Fowler, the captain of the side. Michael Fowler, number 6, the captain. Number 7, Ray Waterston. Number 8, P. Shannon. Number 10, K. Pake. Number 11, M. Topke. Number 12, K. Freeth. Number 13, D. Raleigh. Number 14, T. Bernardin. Number 15, B. Mortimer. Number 16, R. Saunders. Number 17, J. Ettridge. Number 18, J. Shrapple. Number 19, D. Mortimer. Number 20, B. Richards. Number 24, H. David.